Hello and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hi, my name is Ness. I like to talk about books. Today I'm going to be opening the May Illumicrate box. I've recently just put out my Fairyloot young adult box, and I've been struggling with Fairyloot and Illumicrate since the very start of this year. I thought their boxes were really poor, although the Fairyloot adult I've just thought was perfection. But the Fairyloot young adult box for me really pulled it out of the bag and made up for a lot of months of rubbish. We had great items, a great theme, practical items, and a great redesigned book as well. I'm hoping that this box is good because it does have a book in that I have been wanting. Illumicrate's picks have been quite disappointing in comparison to the Fairyloot adult ones, but I was hoping that someone would do this book, and it's ended up in this one for May. Please be good. I need Illumicrate to be wowing me. I really feel like recently their boxes have just been a lot of random items thrown together with no theme and no consistency and no thought. So the theme for this month is What Lies Beneath. Straight away I'm seeing this and I'm like, I don't know what this means, but I see the word plant and I want it. Oh, I think this might be based on, oh my god, is it The Luminaries, which was a book that Illumicrate's Daphne Press did actually publish. The halfway, I didn't read that book, so I don't know if that means anything. So this feels like a well-made and sturdy plant pot. If I'm honest, I'm not a fan of the design, but I will say that I have had a look and this is actually inspired from House of Hollow. Although this to me is not House of Hollows. To me that looks like The Luminaries. I don't really get House of Hollow from this, and that is a book that I really loved. Don't get that, but it is a really well-made plant pot, and I think on some people's shelves, if you're going for like a whole plant vibe on your shelf, this will look absolutely stunning. I have too many plant pots, so I'm probably not going to get a use for this. I'm probably going to rather give this away in one of my boxes, my item box giveaways. Box 1 and 2 have now been posted and I'm working on putting together box 3. This is a giveaway that I'm doing ongoing when I get enough items from book boxes to people that have put in the comments that they want to enter. I've already taken the comments from my previous videos and put them into a spreadsheet. If you've never commented to enter before and you're from the UK, look at the comments for some instructions. So that's going to be an item in there. Also not sure like what we're doing for a theme right now. The only thing I can see in this box is the book, so I'm going to just not look at the box anymore because I don't want to be ruined for the book. As I was opening this, something just casually dropped out, and I think it might be an item, but it's just the most like random in the box placement, so I don't actually know if this is supposed to be in anything. So this is an item. I do like what the item is. It can be stuck to phones and Kindles and tablets. We've not had one of these in a few years, and I actually did use that one to death. This is inspired by The Whispering Dark and features he was a paper moth in the dark and she was a light, with the picture of a moth on it. But I actually like this. I'm going to stick this on my phone. We all know that I love a really practical and useful item, so I'm really happy with one of these. Probably going to be my favourite item in this box if I'm honest, because I just love practicality and I kind of need to be taking a little bit more care with my things now, considering I broke my camera when I was on holiday. I'm just getting clumsy with age. So going back to this item, this is clearly another book organiser, but oh god, it has teeth on it. It has teeth on the design. I can't look at teeth. Why would you do this? Wishes are false, hope is true. Hope makes its own magic by Laini Taylor. I'm guessing this is inspired by Daughter of Smoke and Bone. To be fair, when you open it out like this and cover this up, this does hide the teeth design. So it does look better now to me. I don't know, it's not the nicest one we've had. This looks strange to me with this white banner. Probably another item for my box, to be honest. But I do like that they have actually thought about practicalities this month. Practical item, although I think this is our 4th one now. The Song of Achilles one was my favourite. There was also the Nevernight one, and there was one about like, it was green, it was about reading. I think it was based on a poem. So I think we've had enough of these now. Handy if you're new to the boxes. But all 3 items so far have been practical and actually useful. Item number 4 is inspired by the book of the month. I don't mind getting bookmarks for the actual book, especially if I like the book and I'm going to keep it. Oh, this is nice. Oh, this is very pretty. This is how you do a bookmark to accompany a special edition book. Down the bottom as well, we do have the Illumicrate logo. I think that is so cute. Honestly, if one of the items was always a stunning bookmark to accompany the book, I don't think I'd be mad. These are so much better than ribbon bookmarks in books. So that's it for the items. If I'm honest, I don't really see a theme other than they've gone for something a little bit dark. Plant pot, book tidy, the bookmark, which is just broken. And the pop socket, I love the pop socket. It feels really well made. To be honest, the planter feels well made. Everything feels well made, but this did just break on me, but I think I can fix it. They're nice, but they're just not like blowing me away. Like usually I'm very, very overwhelmed. And I just think they're nice. They're not something that I felt like I was missing. If I had book only, I certainly wouldn't be upset. Potentially, it's just come off again. Potentially would have been a little bit upset by not having the accompanying bookmark. I think that's a great idea. But otherwise, I don't think I'd be missing out. Now for the book, I would have bought this book in a shop, so I'm really pleased with the choice of the book. Because of my bad eyesight, I can't actually see what the cover looks like right now. I think the cover on the normal edition is absolutely fine. I really like the colours. I can see that they've tried to bring those colours through into the items with the blue and the purple. But I don't know what they've done with the book. I'm hoping for a special edition. I'm hoping that it's just as good as the Fairyloot editions we got in May, which were very good. Grateful that they've started wrapping their books up. Please be good. It's the same. That's twice now. I think last month also came with the normal cover. That's really underwhelming. Maybe I'm missing something, but that is the same. This edition was a lot of money. I'm not so impressed with the stenciled edge design. It looks like it has this 90s filter on it, and I can't explain. Maybe they were running out of ink when they did mine. It's just looking a little bit faded and blurry, but it's really hard to show on camera. But that's the edges. So far I would have probably just preferred to just buy this from Waterstones for, you know, not as much money as this. Also nothing underneath. There is a design on the hardback on the cardboard, which is, you know, quite nice, but you're just never really going to see this. I'd rather this effort be put into just doing something a little bit different on the actual cover. I know who you are, the demon the mortals call King of the Witches. Do you promise revenge? Looks a lot better on camera than it does in person, I think, because in person you could just feels like not the best. This foiling is absolutely going to rub off. I'm sorry, I'm being a negative Nancy, but you know, I'm really allowed to be. Most of the time I'm absolutely thrilled with what I'm given. I'm just thinking this was a lot of money for a special edition. The end papers though, absolutely gorgeous. Really, really nice. The end paper art is also making me really interested in getting into the book and getting to read it. What is going on with the whale? Although it does match the bookmark, so that's exciting. The bookmark just has to absolutely be with this. If you didn't get the bookmark in the book only subscription, please let me know, because that helps to complement this and make this a better special edition. I hope it's explained to us why there is like this gigantic leg rock in this world. That's what I mean by this makes me so interested in reading this book and actually reading what it's about. The world looks so interesting. I want to know about the whale with the shell on it. The end paper art on the back is one of the best end papers I've seen in any book ever, hands down. Absolutely gorgeous. And being like outlined by this purple, oh, it looks heavenly. Like, what is going on in this scene? Like, what is this throne made out of skulls? And this woman on the throne with these wings. Miss, who are you? I've never seen end papers before which have not only one, been so well done, but two, made me really want to read the book and made me so excited and so intrigued about what is actually in here. These snakes as well. Everything about these end papers was absolutely stunning. Both of them, this like light and happy little whale, and then on the background some descent into some other realm. Oh, gold. The end papers have absolutely saved this edition for me. Never ever seen so much beautiful end papers. I want these as posters, please. I need these as posters. I need some way of seeing these on my shelves all of the time. Could we not have had this back end paper as a reversible dust jacket? Oh my goodness. 10 out of 10 for the end papers. I'm pleased that I got this now with paying for me for the end paper art, because that is just an absolute work of art. I absolutely fancy the pants off this woman on this throne. And this whale is just so happy. Is this signed by Martha Wells? What a nerve. So this is signed by the one and only Martha Wells, which is giving me life because I love Martha Wells' Murderbot series. I would rank her as one of my favourite science fiction female authors. So that I now have a signed edition Martha Wells book, I'm really happy. I'm genuinely happy with this. Illumicrate has come through with getting Martha Wells to put pen to paper, but can I just say, she has the funniest signature that I've seen of any author in a book. I actually thought that this was like an error or something. I thought that this wasn't the actual page and someone had just like slipped on this, but no, that's Martha Wells signing my book. There is also a note in here from Martha Wells, which at the bottom says, P.S. I finished that Murderbot novella. It's called System Collapse and will be published soon. I know, Martha Wells, I know. Apparently this edition also has bonus content, which I'm not sure what that means. I'm not sure what the bonus content is, but that's also pretty cool to have something in here that only you can get in this novel. This is redeemed by the end papers and having it signed, pen signed by Martha Wells. They just have some cheek to put on the back. The Illumicrate exclusive. If you're going to actually print a new cover to stick the Illumicrate exclusive on, could you not have just like inverted the colours or something? I don't know. It's a nice enough cover as it is. Martha Wells is a well-known, successful fantasy and sci-fi author. She has won many, many awards for her writing, and I really like the Murderbot series. I think that she writes very well. The way that she wrote characters in that was really good. I've heard very mixed things about The Witch King, which I believe is an adult fantasy standalone. Most of Martha's books get like a 4 stars and up on Goodreads. This one is sitting at like around the 3.5 star mark, which is very strange. And I've seen all kinds of criticism about the characters and about the world building, which really just surprised me considering what I've read by this author before. But, you know, sometimes we flop, we can't always be at our best. But I'm going to go into this and I'm going to read this with a very open mind. I didn't know you were a demon, you idiot. I'm the demon. Why could they not have had that somewhere? That is an epic quote. I hope that's the person on the back. After being murdered, his consciousness dormant and unaware of the passing of time while confined in an elaborate water trap, Kai wakes to find a lesser mage attempting to harness Kai's magic to his own advantage. That was never going to go well. But why was Kai imprisoned in the first place? What has changed in the world since his assassination, and why did the Rising World Coalition appear to be growing in influence? Kai will need to pull his allies close and draw on all his pain magic if he's to answer even the least of these questions. He's not going to like the answers. I mean, that tells us very little about the plot. The only thing I know about this is like water magic and whales. And I don't want to know too much more because I loved going into Murderbot with a very limited understanding of what the novel was about. So that's what I want from this one. It seems to be like quite a long read. Actually, I wasn't sure whether this book was going to become long or come as more of a novella, but it is just over 400 pages, so it's definitely a lot here. I rate this box a 7 out of 10. It was not as good as Fairyloot this month in my opinion because the special edition, it's an up and down. Some things I really hate about this, like the cover. Some things I absolutely adore about this, like the end paper's my absolute favourite, and pen signed by Martha Wells. The items still a letdown, but when we put the items more with the book, there is definitely a more of a consistent theme here, especially in the colours. The bookmark is probably one of my favourite items, along with the practical foam pop. Right, that's it from me. My Yorkshire reading vlog will be coming very, 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 very soon. I've just had a couple of technical difficulties with the, you know, smashing my camera and all. But I hope to see you in that reading vlog. I'm going to go outside in the sun, read a book. I'm currently reading Gideon the Ninth, and honestly I have no clue what is going on. I am a good 50 pages in. I still don't know what's going on. I haven't a clue. There's too many words. Too much fantasy for my brain today. But it's quite witty, and it seems like it's got a good sense of like sarcastic humour. Let me know what you're reading in the comments. Check the comments as well for details about my ongoing giveaways, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye guys.